the situation we faced in 2013, 14, 15. But it dates back to even 2009. We can even extrapolate it backwards to early 2000 and so on, that the security situation continued to deteriorate. But we continue to have hope that it will stop today, it will stop tomorrow, next tomorrow, but it continued to escalate. But we give glory to Almighty God for the change that took place in 2015. And by the grace of God, we are brought on board to contribute our little quota to ensure that the drift to insecurity, to a state of anarchy, to a state of despair and hopelessness was stopped. And this we did in collaboration with all well-meaning stakeholders from the armed forces, the other security and intelligence agencies of the police, the community leaders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, and so on. But the most important thing, it was the commitment and the leadership of the government under President Muhammadu Buhari that everybody believed in, that the change started for the good to contain the Boko Haram terrorists. As at that time, the main threat was Boko Haram terrorists. But as at today, you hardly hear of Boko Haram suicide bombing. You hardly hear of Boko Haram abductions. You hardly hear, you don't hear of Boko Haram sacking communities, villages, towns, and even cities. That one has completely been stopped. And we thank God and we thank President Muhammadu Buhari. But a new challenge has emerged in other parts of the country, and it's believed that it is a fallout from what happened in the Northeast, or the efforts that have been made in the Northeast. But I believe the government is concerned, and it's not sitting idle, it's not resting to see that things go worse and worse. No, things are being done, and I believe things will be done. And the current state of fear and a sense of despair in some quarters, especially in the Northwest, will soon be resolved. Enough is enough. It's not an issue that should be left to the security agencies. It's not to the government alone at all the levels, but the state government, the local government, the traditional institutions must all participate. We must work together to ensure that we get it right. And very importantly, what I always say is that at times we used to have this challenge that once you have one or two attacks, all what had happened, the successes have been forgotten. But people tend to forget that when we're in office, any attack that came up, we responded immediately. And in most cases, we are even far ahead of them, because we had stopped so many attacks. But once one slips out, and it happens because of the opposition for political reasons, some for mischief, some outright criminality, and they heap it on certain individuals, which is wrong. But by and large, I believe we have done our country proud as members of the armed forces, and they are still doing very well. The issue of coordination and liaison, as well as follow